Hello, and welcome to Brush My Econ channel. Today we'll be talking about divisibility rules. But if you wish to receive continuous updates from us, then consider subscribing to the channel by clicking on the subscribe icon to the right bottom of the screen. So let's get started with today's discussion on divisibility rules. So today we'll be talking about what are divisibility rules and why are they useful. We'll also talk about divisibility rules for divisibility by 2, 3, 4, all the way till 12. We'll talk about similarities in divisibility rules for 2, 4, and 8, similarity in divisibility rules for 3 and 9, and then we'll also talk about some of the example problems. So let's get started with what are divisibility rules and why are they useful. So what exactly are divisibility rules? So divisibility rules help us in quickly identifying if a number is a factor of another number or not. Let's take an example. Let's say if I give you a number 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I ask you whether it is divisible by 4 or not, or whether 4 is a factor of this number or not, ideally what you would have done, you would have divided this number by 4 using the long division method. And then you would have tried to figure out whether this number is divisible by 4 or not. So this is actually a pretty lengthy process. So in this way, divisibility rules also help you in saving time because you don't have to go through the long division method to figure out whether a number is a factor of a particular number or not. So let's try and understand the divisibility rules by various numbers now. So let's start by divisibility rule by 2. So if a number is divisible by 2, first of all, the number should be an even number. That's the easiest thing to find out whether the number is divisible by 2 or not. The other way you can figure it out, if the last digit of the number is divisible by 2, then also the number will be divisible by 2. Or you can also look at the units digit, and if the units digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then also the number is divisible by 2. Let's take an example of 360. So I see 360, first of all, is an even number. So definitely it is divisible by 2. And if I look at the last digit is 0. And we know that 0 is divisible by all the numbers. So that means 360 is divisible by 2. If I look at the last digit again, I know that it is 0. And we know if the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then the number will be divisible by 2. That means 360 is divisible by 2. Now let's try to see the divisibility rule by 3. So the divisibility rule by 3 is, if the sum of all the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number will be divisible by 3. Let's take an example. So let's take 360 as an example. If we look at the digits, the sum of the digits is 3 plus 6 plus 0, which is nothing but 9. And we know that 9 is divisible by 3. That means 360 is also divisible by 3. So remember, you just need to find out sum of all the digits of the number. If sum of all the digits is divisible by 3, then the number will also be divisible by 3. That's quite easy, right? So let's look at the divisibility by 4 now. So divisibility rule by 4 is, if the number formed by last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then the number will be divisible by 4. Now let's try to understand what do we mean by that. So let's take 360 as an example. If we look at the number formed by last 2 digits, it is nothing but 60. And we know that 60 is divisible by 4. That means 360 is also divisible by 4. Now let's try to understand what do we mean by number formed by last 2 digits. So let's take another number. Let's take the number as 342. Now we said the number formed by last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. That means 42 in this case should be divisible by 4. But we know that it is not. That means 342 is not divisible by 4. Now it is very important for you to understand that it is number formed by last 2 digits and not individual digits. So in this case, you shouldn't try and see whether 4 is divisible by 4 and 2 is divisible by 4 or not. But you should just check whether 42 is divisible by 4 or not. That is sufficient to prove that a number is divisible by 4 or not. So let's look at the divisibility rule for 5 now. So number will be divisible by 5 if it ends with a 0 or 5. Pretty straightforward, right? So let's take 360 as an example. We know that 360 ends with a 0. That means it is divisible by 5. Now let's look at divisibility by 6. So if a number is divisible by 6, that means the number has to be divisible by both 2 and 3. Let's take 360 as an example again. So we know the number is 360 and we need to check whether it is divisible by 2 and 3. Since it's an even number, so we know it is divisible by 2 for sure. Let's check divisibility by 3. So 3 plus 6 plus 0, which is sum of the digits, is equal to 9. We know 9 is divisible by 3. That means 360 is also divisible by 3. And that also means 360 is divisible by 6. Let's try divisibility by 7 now. Now divisibility by 7 is actually a bit lengthy. So what I recommend is you can directly divide the number by 7 using the long division method and check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. But still, let's try to understand how we can use a logic to find divisibility by 7. So to find divisibility by 7, you need to remove the last digit and double it and subtract it from rest of the number. Now, whatever number you get, you need to divide it again by 7 and check whether the number is divisible by 7 or not. If it is divisible by 7, that means even the original number was divisible by 7. So let's take an example to understand this. So let's say the number is 343. So the way it goes is we take out the last number, which is 3, multiplied by 2 to get 6 as the number, and subtract 6 from the remaining number. That means we need to subtract 6 from 34 to get 28 as the next number. Now we need to divide 28 by 7 and check, and we know that 28 is divisible by 7. That means even 343 will be divisible by 7. Right now it looked quite easy to do because the number was small, but as the length of the number increases, this method becomes more complex. But you can keep on applying this method iteratively till the time you find a small number which you know whether it is divisible by 7 or not. So let's check the divisibility rule for 8 now. So to find whether a number is divisible by 8 or not, we need to check the number formed by last 3 digits. Let's take an example now. So the example number is 1360. The number formed by last 3 digits is 360. And we know that 360 is actually divisible by 8. We can use long division method to find this. 8 into 4 is 32 and we are left with 40, and 8 into 5 is 40. So that means 360 is divisible by 8. So that also means 1360 is divisible by 8. Let's try divisibility by 9 now. So divisibility by 9 is sum of all the digits of the number should be divisible by 9. Let's take an example. So let's take 9360 as the number. So we need to find sum of all the digits, which is 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 0, which is nothing but 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 0 is 18. And we know that 18 is divisible by 9. That means 9360 is also divisible by 9. Let's check divisibility by 10 now. So if a number is divisible by 10, that means the number will end with a 0. Pretty straightforward. So if 1360 is the number, we know it ends with a 0. That means it is divisible by 10. Let's check divisibility by 11 now. So if a number is divisible by 11, then the difference of the sum of odd place digits and the sum of even place digits will be divisible by 11. Let's take an example. So if 1320 is the number, this is my first digit, this is my second digit, this is my third digit, and this is my fourth digit. So the digits in the odd places are nothing but the first digit and the third digit, and their sum will be nothing but 1 plus 2. minus digits in the even places will be second and the fourth digit. So minus 3 plus 0. This gives us nothing but 3 minus 3, which is nothing but 0. And we know that 0 is divisible by all the numbers. That means 1320 is divisible by 11. Let's check divisibility by 12 now. So if a number is divisible by 12, that means the number should be divisible by both 3 and 4. Let's take an example of 360. Now we already know the divisibility rule by 3, which is nothing but sum of all the digits should be divisible by 3, which is 9 in this case. And we know that 9 is divisible by 3. That means 360 is divisible by 3. Now divisibility rule by 4, which is nothing but number formed by last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. We have already seen this example and we know that 60 is divisible by 4. That means 360 is divisible by 4 also. So 360 will be divisible by 12. Now let's look at some of the similarities between different divisibility rules. So if you look at the divisibility rule by 2, 4 and 8, they actually have some similarity. So 2 we can write as 2 raised to 1. And if you remember, the divisibility rule for 2 was nothing but number formed by last digit should be divisible by 2. So number formed by last 1 digit should be divisible by 2. Then the number will be divisible by 2. Divisibility by 4, we can write 4 as 2 square. And the rule was number formed by last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. Then the number will be divisible by 4. Divisibility by 8, 8 can be written as 2 cube. And the rule was if the number formed by last 3 digits is divisible by 8, then the number will be divisible by 8. Let's look at the similarities between divisibility rule for 3 and 9. So the divisibility rule for 3 was if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Similarly, the rule for 9 was if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then the number will be divisible by 9. Now with this background of the divisibility rule for all the numbers, let's quickly go ahead and try 2 problems and see how to apply this divisibility rule in the problems. So you can pause the screen and give it a shot. Once you are done, resume the video and check your answer. Hope you have solved the problem by now. Let's give it a shot. So 336 is divisible by which of the following? And there are multiple options which are correct. So let's try the first one. So 336, we know it's an even number. So definitely it is divisible by 2. Let's try with 3 now. In order to do that, we just need to add the digits. So 3 plus 3 plus 6, which is nothing but 12. We know 12 is divisible by 3. That means 336 is also divisible by 3. Since it is divisible by both 2 and 3, so it is divisible by 6 also. Let's try with 7 now. So 336, let's take out the last digit, which is 6, multiply by 2 to get 12 as the number. Subtract 12 from the remaining number, which is 33, to get 21. We know 21 is divisible by 7. That means 336 is also divisible by 7. We don't need to try with 9 because we already know sum of the digits is 12, which is not divisible by 9. That means 336 is not divisible by 9. So the correct option choices are A, B, C, and D. Let's try one more. Again, you can pause the video and give it a shot and resume the video once you're done solving the problem. Hope you have solved the problem by now. Let's give it a shot. So 3773 is divisible by which of the following, and multiple options are correct. Let's go from the top. So the number is 3773. Since it's an odd number, so definitely it is not divisible by 2. Let's try with 3. So 3 plus 7 plus 7 plus 3, which is nothing but 10 plus 7, 17 plus 3 is 20. We know 20 is not divisible by 3. So that means 3373 is not divisible by 3. Let's try with 9 also quickly now, because we know some of the digits is 20 and 20 is not divisible by 9 also. That means 3373 is not divisible by 9 also. Now let's try with 7. So 3773. Let's take out the last number, which is 3, multiply by 2 to get 6 as the number. Let's subtract 6 from 377 to get 371. Let's do the process again. Let's take out the last number, which is 1, multiply by 2 to get 2 as the number. Again, subtract 2 from 37 to get 35. We know 35 is divisible by 7. So that means 3773 is divisible by 7. Let's try with 11 now. So the number is 3773. These are the odd places. These are the even places. Sum of odd places is 3 plus 7. Minus sum of even places is 7 plus 3, which is nothing but 10 minus 10, which is nothing but 0. And we know 0 is divisible by 11. That means 3373 is divisible by 11. So the correct answer choices are C and E. Hope you are able to understand the concepts of divisibility rules and you are able to solve these problems. I'm sure you will be able to apply these concepts in the problems going forward for both divisibility rules and factors. If you found this video useful, please make sure that you go ahead and like the video, provide your valuable comments, and do share this video with your friends and consider subscribing to the channel.